So what is up guys, Cam Lewis here, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you my five players who I believe next season will have a massive impact on the new clubs. And when I say new clubs, they're all five of these players are transferred. So hope you enjoy. If you're new around here, please subscribe and like the video if you did enjoy. And starting us off in goals, we have Petr Cech to Arsenal. I think for the last few years, Arsenal have been lacking in goals because they've had Chesney, and I don't believe he has what it takes, to be a number one goalkeeper. He's a good, don't get me wrong, he's not a terrible goalkeeper, but he's not a number one. Because they've had last season he was in Ospina, but I believe Cech again is even better than both those players, and he'll have a massive impact. Well, we've seen already in the Community Shield, where he kept the clean sheet, and I was impressed with his performance. I don't know what you think about his performance, and again, I think he'll have a massive impact. Others may say different, but it's just my opinion. Next, I've gone for a player who I believe will help strengthen Liverpool's defence, because for the last few seasons now, our defence has been appalling. We really struggled in defence. And I know a right back won't really help it loads, but we're getting it because our centre backs, we have Skirtle and Sacco, I think will be the number ones next season. And that's not too bad, because Sacco's starting to play some good football now. And right back is a position we've really never had. We had Glenn Johnson for the last few years. Now he's gone, unfortunately. And Nathaniel Klein has come in. And I think that's a very good signing, because I thought at one point that Manchester United will get him, but I think he stole him last minute. And yeah, this is going to be a big signing for Liverpool because he's very quick to run down the wing, the right wing back position. So yeah, he's going to be a very strong player next season. By the way, I forgot to mention this player is Nathaniel Klein. Just thought I'd notice in case you didn't know who he was. Now, I have a player that a lot of people have said he's had his day and he's a useless signing, but I believe for 12 million, a player of Bastian Schweinsteiger's standard is a bargain. And I also believe that he has a few more years left in him. And he's going to help United next season based on the fact that the midfield has been weak. And, well, their attack in general has been weak for the last, 2 seasons or so. I think he's going to be a good signing in that midfield because one thing they don't have is experience. I know they have Rooney, but they have Herrera and Mata. Mata, I suppose he got a bit of experience, but not as much as Schweinsteiger. And I think, although he's a bit older, he's going to have a big impact because he's a solid, he's a CDM sort of player. I think he'll play in that area. So he can do a nice through ball because, you got good passing. And I think he's just going to be a good signing and a nice solid player in our midfield and just to add some experience. So the next player I've gone for is Georgino Wijnaldum. I think Georgino is how you pronounce it, I'm not sure. I think he's going to be a brilliant signing for Newcastle because although on FIFA he's one of my favourite players, I also like him in real life because just the player he doesn't have much experience. And I know that's not going to help Newcastle too much because he lacks experience. But I think what will help Newcastle is he's going to bring a new style of play, which he's brought from the Dutch league. I think he'll be a big help for Cisse, although Cisse is out most of the time due to injury. And that's a big loss because last season he was one of the most consistent strikers, most consistent goal scorers, should I say, in the Premier League. So I think when Cisse does play, this man is going to be a big help to him, assists and scoring goals himself. And the final player I've decided to go for is Memphis to pay, it wasn't really a hard decision because when I thought of making this video, this was the first player who came to my head. I think, although I believe Neymar is the most skillful player on the planet, I think he is close because he's younger, and I think in a few years' time he will be one of the most skillful players. Well, he is at the moment, but the most skillful player on the planet. Well, footballers, no freestylers, nothing, just footballers. I think he's a big signing based on the fact United last season didn't really have a left wing because Ashley Young, I know they had Januzaj, but I don't really rate him too much as a player. I suppose Ashley Young was an option, but he was playing left back for most of the season, so they had to just go for, I think it was they had 5 at the back and the 2 strikers, and they didn't have much pace at all. So the pay is going to bring pace, but also a lot of skill. And if I'm honest with you, he reminds me a bit of a young Ronaldo. Just the fact that he's come from a small club in PSV, he's moved on to United, and then who knows, he could be playing for Real Madrid in a few years' time. So that's the end of the video, guys. They were all my opinions on the 5 biggest impacting players in the BPL. If you have any alternatives to any players in the team, let me know in the comments down below. If you're new around here, please subscribe, and if you enjoyed the video, please like, and yeah.